Good evening, you're watching Brass Tacks with me, Zaka Jacob. What started as mere whispers has now spiraled into a full-blown controversy after Congress Minister K.N. Rajanna, on the floor of the Karnataka legislature, the Assembly, he claimed as many as 48 senior political leaders, including even central figures, have fallen victim to honey trapping. This is what his massive allegation is. What followed was protests, ruckus. There was demand for a CBI investigation into the allegations made by the sitting minister in Karnataka. The BJP claims the Siddaramaiah government is trying to brush this entire controversy under the carpet. The political war of words is only escalating. The JDS too has joined the issue now. Now, here's what Minister Rajanna is alleging, that a minister from Tumkuru has been caught in the middle of a honey trap scandal. He says that people's representatives are being blackmailed, and he's made this really alarming claim that 48 politicians, including several central figures, have fallen prey to this political trapping.
ತುಮಕೂರಿನ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಪ್ರಭಾವಿ ಸಚಿವರು ಹನಿ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದು ಹಾಗಾಯ್ತು ಹೀಗಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಏನೇನೋ ಕಥೆಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ತುಮಕೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರು ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮಿಬ್ರೇ ಅಂತ ಅವರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಈ ಸಿಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸುಮಾರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನನಗಿರೋ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಅಂತ 48 ಜನಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಒಬ್ರು ಇಬ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ರು ಇಬ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಇವರೇ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಬಹಿರಂಗ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟೇ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂತವ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂತವ್ರೆ, ಆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬೇರೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸೀಮಿತ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರೇ, ಇದು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮುಖಂಡಗಳು ಹನಿ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಪರ ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಪುರಾವೆಗಳನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ದೂರನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗೃಹ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಬಹಿರಂಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನನ್ನ ಒತ್ತಾಯ.
The issue of honey trap was raised by none other than a senior Congress MLA and a minister in the cabinet. Home Minister Parameshwar has said he has not received any information officially. This means the Congress government is trying to cover up the issue. State government should hand over this investigation either to the CBI or sitting High Court judge has to investigate this matter.
All right, so massive controversy this after a Congress minister, Mr. Rajanna, on the floor of the House claimed that dozens of political leaders cutting across the political spectrum, including even central figures, have been honey-trapped. So let's try and find out what is going on in Karnataka. G.S. Prashant, spokesperson of the BJP, is joining us. T.R. Prasad Gowda, spokesperson of the Congress Party, is joining us. Mr. Gowda, at the very least, should the Chief Minister not order an inquiry to find out if at all there is any truth to what Mr. Rajanna is claiming?
The allegations they are making, if any allegations are there, definitely government is willing to take it up for the inquiry. Detailed inquiry will be done, and probe will be definitely initiated. Will be initiated by the government. Whatever it may be, whoever may be the behind this will be caught, and they will be
but
brought.
How does Mr. Rajanna have this information? He has nothing to do with the Home Department or the Intelligence Bureau. Why should people of Karnataka believe that he's saying the truth? Maybe he just wants to come in the headlines, in the news.
I cannot say anything at this point of juncture. Anyway, he is alleging whatever because since he is a cabinet minister, is alleging, and that will be taken seriously, and probe will be initiated from the.
So, G.S. Prashant, the Congress spokesperson saying they're open to a probe. We don't know what the source of these allegations are. A cabinet minister has said that, and the Siddaramaiah government is open to the probe. Should there be a probe? Because he's claiming that politicians from across the spectrum, Congress, BJP, JDS, etc., everyone is part of this nexus.
See, firstly, I think it's a record of sorts wherein a sitting cabinet minister has, on the floor of the House, admitted that he is being honey trapped or there are a lot of people honey trapped, which means it only indicates that Congress leaders are having this low moral standard saying that we have been honey trapped. What does it mean? And you also had Satish Jagioli coming out and giving out statements saying, look, I think 2 ministers were involved, they were caught or they were being honey trapped. What does this mean? Which means they have indulged in certain activities which they should not have, and which now they feel that has been recorded by somebody else and they're in the fear of getting caught. This is loose moral standards, and a probe has to be undertaken by a sitting High Court judge or by a central agency.
No,
Because
but
you
Mr.
cannot now
Prasad,
really
he's
trust.
saying this could involve members of the BJP also.
See, we are not giving credence to what Rajanna says, but look at from the position what he is holding as a cabinet minister, making a statement that he himself was honey trapped or he fears that he's been honey trapped. So therefore, why don't you have an impartial probe by a central agency or a sitting High Court judge monitoring it so that there is more seriousness to it? Because otherwise,
Okay.
Karnataka already is having multiple issues in terms of law and order, and you're having the appeasement politics happening, and now in between that, to bring in this issue, what do
So,
the people of the state think about Congress legislators and the
Okay.
MLAs here?
Yes, Mr. Gowda, very quickly, yeah.
Government is ready to do any kind of probe into this kind of allegations what cabinet minister is making, and we ourselves are capable. Our police force is capable of doing any sort of inquiry, and we are not for anybody, whether they belongs to any party, whether Congress, JDS or BJP. We are ready to probe, and whoever behind this will be brought under the scanner of the.
So just give me a moment. So we'll await that probe. So far, no probe has been initiated by the state government, but we'll await that probe. That's the assurance from the Congress spokesperson. But I want to ask both Mr. Prashant and Mr. Gowda to stay on with us, because that's not the only controversy that has been plaguing the Karnataka Assembly session that's going on. So in the middle of this alleged honey trap scandal, there's another controversy that's brewing in Karnataka. The state government plans to bring in a law which will increase the salaries of MLAs, ministers, even the chief minister, and quite substantially at that. Now, the defense given by the government is that this is a demand that cuts across party lines. BJP legislators wanted, JDS legislators wanted, Congress MLAs, of course, wanted, and that the expectations from voters have increased manifold, especially after these guarantees were promised a couple of years ago. But at a time when the private sector, even IT companies, many of which are headquartered in Bengaluru, are talking about an impending slowdown, they're talking about layoffs, they're talking about single-digit increments this year, isn't this going overboard by our netas when they want to introduce 50% and 70% and sometimes even 100% hikes in their salary? Now, let's bring you up to speed with what the details of this bill are. CNN News 18 has managed to procure a draft copy of this bill, which is likely to be introduced in the Assembly. It is not a 25 or a 50, but a massive 100% hike in salary is what they're talking about for MLAs, ministers, and even the chief minister of Karnataka. So for the chief minister, the hike goes from 75,000 rupees, that's the current salary, 75,000 rupees, to 1.5 lakhs. That's a straight doubling of the salary. For ministers in the cabinet, the salary that currently stands at 1.25 lakhs, earlier it was 60,000 rupees. So there again, it is more than double. From 60,000, it's gone up to 1.25. That's again more than 100%. MLAs, members of the Legislative Assembly, are looking at again 100% doubling of their salaries from 40,000 rupees, which it is currently, to 80,000 rupees, which it will be after this bill is passed. Pensions for MLAs and past MLAs have also increased by 25,000 rupees. The earlier allocation was 50,000 per month. Now it's been raised to 75,000 per month. Furthermore, the additional pensions have been raised by 150%, is the amount that stands at 20,000 rupees right now, which was earlier a mere 5,000 rupees.
See, there was a demand from a few of the opposition party members. It was deliberated by our leaders, and thought that I think let them come before and explain, because they feel that there is a salary disparity compared to other states.
None of the MLAs from the Bharatiya Janata Party or JDS, nobody has raised this issue. Nobody has raised this issue. Nobody demanded, no MLAs from BJP or JDS have demanded increase in the salaries and pensions. State government has voluntarily taken this matter. And this is not the timing when entire state is in a great distress.
So, Mr. Gowda, please explain to our viewers, they are watching you right now, many of them in Bengaluru city who are part of the IT workforce. IT itself is going through a downturn, but MLAs want their salaries to go from 75,000 to 1,50,000.
Zaka, this is a long-standing demand by MLAs of all the parties, and not only from Congress. It is a long-standing, even during the time of Bommai, Yediyurappa, and earlier Kumaraswamy. It is a long-standing demand by the MLAs. If they don't want this facility, let all the parties, MLAs give it in writing that we don't want in hiking the salary. The same money can be utilized for the people's welfare, below poverty line people.
No, sir, but who will give in writing that they don't want a salary hike? You know, will you do that? Will Mr. Prashant do that? Will I do that? Nobody will say, sir, I don't want a salary hike.
Sir, Mr. Zaka, government is willing to hike their salaries, everybody's salaries, MLAs of all the parties, and accordingly, CM salary will hike. And today our CM will be there. Tomorrow, some other CM will come, but that will be enforced for everybody in future.
Okay, Mr. Prashant, so Mr. Gowda is saying is not just Congress MLAs, even BJP MLAs have been asking for a salary hike. Last time it happened was 3 years ago. Voter expectation has gone up. And how does it matter? Because tomorrow, if there's a change of government, this new salary structure will continue to be in place. That's his justification.
Zaka, this is nothing but misplaced priorities of the government. You've seen as to how Siddaramaiah splurged on air travel, more than 10 crores. He has undertaken trips in choppers to Mysore after the expressway, which takes only about 1.5 to 2 hours. He has undertaken multiple trips to Mysore in choppers, and it indicates how the public money has been spent. Now, nobody sought for it directly, which means had Congress not introduced this bill, BJP would not have had the right to even bring up the bill. And Congress can withdraw the bill. If Congress really feels that they need not give it, they can withdraw the bill. On one hand, they have appointed their Congress workers to guarantee working schemes, guarantee implementation schemes. They have been paid money there. And now they want their MLAs and ministers, everybody to have a hike. This particular thing is a misplaced priority. It is no longer to say that BJP
Mr. Gowda,
MLAs also
you are not
it.
finding money to fund your guarantees. 52,000 crores you need to fund the guarantees. State is running in debt. Outstanding liabilities are growing up. Interest payments are growing up. This is a case of misplaced priorities at a time such as this, asking for a 50% or 100% hike for MLAs, ministers and the chief minister.
Zaka, in spite of there is no support from the central government, they have to give us a lot of our share to the state exchequer.
Not a single rupee is due, Mr. Prasad Gowda. I can be on record. You can take it up on record. There is not a single rupee due from the center. Stop peddling these lies. You may be towing the line of Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi, but you cannot get away by peddling lies on national television.
Let Mr. Gowda finish. Mr. Gowda.
Yeah, Mr. Zaka, in spite of there is no support, but we are able to run it so efficiently. We are doing, running all guarantees. The guarantees to whom we are giving? To the people, below poverty line people of our state. And the people are, our people are enjoying it. That means it is reaching to the people, of our Karnataka state. And also we are trying to, take everybody along. Not only we are increasing salaries to our Congress MLAs, we are increasing salaries to everybody. It is for BJP, JDS, it is a permanent structure.
All right, Mr. T.R. Prasad Gowda and G.S. Prashant, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining us here on Brass Tacks tonight. Thank you.